afternoon. Vlog number 6, I think this is. So towards the end of of week 2 of tracking, of blogging what I'm doing and telling you guys a bit more about it, putting them in these videos and stuff. And I wanted to mention I've had more questions about nutrition than anything else from the boot campers and people that I train on how I've changed what I've done in the last couple of weeks, because I've dropped a bit of weight, not much. I think just short of a kilo, but that's not much when you kind of have it to lose. You know, when you're carrying a couple of kilos too much. So since in the last 2 weeks, I've actually pushed calories up from not tracking, but guessing that we're around 23 to 2,500 a day. They're sat at the minute, last I checked, was 28, about 2 or 3 days ago, 2,800, so they'll probably be about there now as well. I use that MyFitnessPal. You know, you can add me on there. A few clients are on there with me, and they get to see what I eat. By no means that doesn't mean do what I do. It just means you can have a look and see how particular I am about my food. It's food's gone up and weight's come down, which is contrary to what a lot of people think. But anyone that's even half looked into nutrition and has read anything other than the whatever Daily Mail or Women's Health, Men's Health, and all those sort of things, if you've looked into nutrition in any depth, you'll know that it's not just about calories in and calories out. I mean, geez, a long time now since we've been thinking it's all about the calorie in, calorie out method. Surely we know that quality is important, and what you're actually putting into your body is important. It can't just be we're not a balloon that you put stuff into and it gets bigger and take stuff out of and it gets smaller. And not if we want to be healthy anyway. I've seen people are going to lose weight when they go from eating 1,500 calories a day down to 800 calories a day. But with most of my clients, like I've done with myself, I shove calories up to start with. I work out what their average is. So I knew my average was around 2,300 a day. I checked that for about a week, and that's what it was coming in at. Went to 2,600 a day. Like I said, now I'm about 2,800 a day, and weight's come down as a result. And training intensity's gone up, of course, with me getting on the wagon, so to speak, but that's not the main reason. I mean, pushing calories up doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get fatter. It shouldn't anyway. If you step on scales, try adding an extra 100. If you have dropped calories and seen next to no weight loss, or you've ended up looking like skinny fat, as it's getting called, try adding in 100 calories extra for a week, stepping on the scales each day, checking that it doesn't go up drastically. If it stays level, that's fine. Keep throwing in extra calories, throw in a few extra calories. 100 a week for 4 weeks, so in 4 weeks' time you'd be eating 400 extra calories per day, and see what happens to your weight. If it's not gone up, keep going until what we call a calorie ceiling, or what's getting termed a calorie ceiling, is found, where maybe you get up to 2,800 or 3,000 a day, and then it tips the balance, and you start to put on weight with that. Of course, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be piling weight on, unless it's your target, of course. Then once you've found your calorie ceiling, now we've got something to work with. Now you've got a baseline to work from. Everybody said, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Calorie deficit from where? If everybody says you need to be in a 15-20% calorie deficit, of course, but from where? From what? The random figure that you've plucked out of the sky that you're in at the moment? No, you need to have a baseline, not a baseline calorie, but you need to have a calorie ceiling to work from. Then drop by 15 to 20%. If you're overweight, you can definitely start with about 20%. And then we can be sure that what you're losing is fat and not just weight, because I see it all too often. I'll go on to this in a second. That women tend to be more so the case, but they just want to see scale weight drop. They sack off what they see in the mirror. It doesn't even become relevant. They start looking at the scales and nothing else. And I know that's because of media and shit. I feel sorry for women having it driven down their throats that they've got to look a certain way all the time. But it's not the way to go about it, I'm afraid. Just throwing calories, dropping your calories drastically and doing a shed load of cardio, or even just staying where you're keeping your 3 meals a day, your bloody cornflakes in the morning, a salad for lunch, and fish and veg when you get in from work. That in itself, and eating those 3 meals isn't enough. And then you go adding on to it half an hour, an hour's cardio or more. Great, you've got the right intentions, but it's not the right way to go about it, I'm afraid. If you want to lose fat and get healthy, then you need to really look at what you're eating, how much you're eating, finding a good, healthy amount of calories per day, then dropping calories by a certain percentage, be it 15 or 20%, depending on how overweight you are. And that's much more likely to help you hold on to lean tissue and shed fat at the same time. There's obviously points to consider, like how much protein, how much fats, how much carbohydrates. I'll cover those things in the next few days or so. But please, folks, don't just throw in a shed load of cardio and drop your calories drastically. It's not the way to go about things. Good stuff. I'll leave it at that. I'll keep you posted in the next day or two. I might not post tomorrow, so have a nice weekend. And see you on the flip side.